Behind that innocent face was a monster.
I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot.
Dylan Shoemaker was hiding a secret that his tears revealed.
I didn't mean to kill Austin. Actually, I really didn't. I really think I did it. I didn't mean to hurt him.
The 16-year-old had committed a heinous crime that turned him into one of the top stories in the press. Dylan had murdered his girlfriend's infant son because he wouldn't stop crying.
The child was crying, but in fact there's no explanation for why he would strike the child like that.
In a fit of rage, he decided to hit the child to shut him up, causing several contusions that led to his death.
Their 16-year-old boyfriend had struck the child repeatedly about the face. The cause of death was determined today to be blunt force trauma to the head.
The young man was immediately arrested by the police. The case shocked the entire community for its brutality. Everything was confusing, and the young man's tears during the trial would soften the hearts of those who criticized him the most. However, behind it all was a dark deception, one that the judge would finally reveal, and that would put an end to Dylan's lie.
The record will show that you admitted that on July 23, 2013, in a phone call to your mother from the holding center, you stated, and I got a quote from the court reporter, "I am a 16-year-old blonde. Probably all I have to do is cry in front of the jury, and they're going to feel sorry for me." End quote.
Dylan thought that his appearance and his performance would ultimately free him from any possible guilt. Even though he was already recognized as the murderer, in his head, he thought that tears would save him from a harsher sentence.
I can't take back what was done. I wish I could. I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot.
The evidence that weighed heavily on Dylan's guilt was too concrete and left no room for misinterpretation. Yet, despite this, his family refused to believe what had happened. For the Shoemakers, the young man was still innocent.
He's my baby brother. Like, he can't do this. It's not... There's no way. I still don't believe it.
Of course, no one could really believe what had happened. Little Austin had lost his life in the worst way at the hands of a young man who didn't know how to control his anger. Dylan himself understood that what he had done was one of the most perverse brutalities that can be committed.
He's very distraught over what he's accused of and what he believes happened. So that was apparent from just looking at him and interacting with him.
Did he confess?
He gave a statement. That's as far as I'll go.
Ultimately, Dylan would receive the harshest sentence. He had shown no mercy to his girlfriend's son, and justice would have no mercy for him. The atrocity committed by the 16-year-old is atrocious, and it's even more painful that he wanted to pass it all off as an accident.
Clearly, if a child or any human being is suffering multiple injuries over a period of time, that conduct is not accidental.
18 years in prison, a period of time longer than that he had been alive, was ultimately the punishment this disheartened criminal received.